Welcome back, A-Luxers. The fact you've clicked on this video is a great sign. It shows you've acknowledged that perhaps you're not as motivated as you'd like to be right now, and you're ready to get back into the swing of things. We've got some great advice to share with you, and remember, if you feel like you're struggling a bit, you can always come back to this video and start again. That's the beauty of it. Welcome to alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. If you're not subscribed yet, you're missing out. Number 1. Be kind to yourself in your inner voice. Gentle self-talk. Make a habit of speaking gently to yourself. We are so quick to say the most awful things to ourselves, we truly end up believing those things. Keep it positive. When you think positive thoughts, they lead to positive actions. Only you can control those thoughts, so a moment a bad thought enters your mind, let it go. It takes some practice, but you'll soon do it without even realizing. If you have solid goals, and they're good ones, you're already halfway there. The main reason why you're unable to push forward is the continual negative inner thoughts you have. Change your thinking and you'll notice amazing changes in your life. Like Roy T. Bennett puts it, don't be pushed around by the fears in your mind. Be led by the dreams in your heart. Number 2. Define your goal and create a clear vision of the result. A-Luxers, one way to remain motivated is ensuring you have a very clear goal in mind. Writing down an action plan is vitally important to help you remain focused. When everything is everywhere and you're unfocused, you're not going to be moving forward. You'll be stagnant and frustrated. Your vision needs to be crystal clear, and your heart has to be in the goal as well. If your heart isn't in it, it's hard to remain motivated. Just like you're thinking, if you picture yourself being successful and happy, chances are you will be. But if you visualize yourself failing, well, guess what? It'll happen. Visualization helps your brain recognize resources that could assist you on your journey. It brings forward people that could put you on the right path and opens your mind and heart up to new connections. Number 3. Try the Seinfeld strategy to stick to plan. So we've just spoken about how important the goal is. Now it's time to produce the plan. The plan takes the vision and helps you formulate the steps needed to create the vision. The Seinfeld strategy is a great way to stay motivated, and it's really simple. Comedian Jerry Seinfeld dispenses some excellent advice to remain motivated and consistent. Buy a big 12-month wall calendar and a pack of colorful markers. Hang it where you can always see it, then write down what you're going to achieve each day, and after each day of completion, put a giant X through the day. Visually, you can see your progress, and when you skip a day, your chain will be broken, making it look like shit. So keep crossing off each day and your chain grows, and you'll find it easier to just keep going. Before you know it, 3 or 4 months have gone by and your goal is closer than you ever imagined. Number 4. Remind yourself of the bigger picture and how you fit in. There's a beautiful saying by Rabbi Hillel, which goes, "If not you, then who?" And we couldn't have said it better. You're not an insignificant thing unable to make amazing contributions. You're an A-Luxer after all. Look at the bigger picture. Formulate an image of how you and your ideas are going to benefit not only yourself, but those around you. When we are driven to do great things and are motivated by the right reasons, the bigger picture is a lot easier to see. Plus, it's easy to get weighed down by the small details, which inevitably demotivate us. When we can take a step back and look at the bigger picture, you'll find you won't sweat the small stuff nearly as much. Number 5. The right tool for the right job. Give yourself time and get organized and ready. A-Luxers, we can't stress this one enough. You need the right tools for the right job. Have you ever been camping or just moved to a new house and all you want to do is open a can of baked beans, but realize you don't have a can opener? You've probably beat the can against a rock, used a knife, and smashed it into the can, no doubt hurting yourself in the process, to eventually open the can up a crack and have to skillfully remove a few beans at a time. It's the same with any job. You need to invest in the right tools so you don't waste time trying to do something with the incorrect equipment. As Abraham Maslow said in 1966, "I suppose it is tempting if the only tool you have is a hammer to treat everything as if it were a nail." Keep your work area organized and uncluttered. This will help keep your mind calm and organized, and you'll be more efficient and productive when you're not spending fruitless minutes searching for the right tools. Number 6. Approach and engage procrastination and distractions to overcome them. We love what Abraham Lincoln said about procrastination. Things may come to those who wait, but only the things left by those who hustle. And that's what we do, Aluxers, we hustle. So stop making excuses or trying to justify why you haven't started yet, and figure out the real reason behind the lack of motivation. Are you scared of failure? Are you worried that people would judge you if you made a mistake? Don't you trust yourself? Whatever it is, it's time to take responsibility for those thoughts and work on fixing them. Of course, distractions play a huge role as well. Social media alerts, a text from your partner, bumping into an old friend while working at a coffee shop. And granted, you can't always ignore those moments. However, we have a suggestion for the internal distractions, the one where you lose your train of thought because you remembered you needed to make a dentist appointment or wondering what you'll cook for dinner. Keep a small notepad next to you. Whenever those thoughts crop up into your head, jot them down. Then you know where they are when you're ready to tackle them. And if you're a master procrastinator, be sure to watch our video, 10 Ways to Stop Procrastinating. Number 7. Forget multitasking. It's proven that it's physically impossible to multitask because you never give your full, undivided attention to one particular task. Have you ever had one of those rushed mornings when you're brushing your teeth while packing your lunch and you're doing a million things and you end up being later than you even thought you would be? Because you're so busy trying to do everything, you can't focus on one thing and finish it properly. Had you just brushed your teeth at the sink, then moved on to your lunch, the transition would have been much easier and a lot less stressful. Multitasking is a myth. All you're really doing is switching between tasks at rapid speed because it's physically impossible for the brain to focus fully on two different tasks at once. Number 8. Find social support. Aluxers, if you're surrounding yourself with negative people, you're going to find it difficult to keep yourself motivated. People who always see the glass as half empty are never going to be the kind of people you need to stay motivated. Surround yourself with positive, like-minded people. The company we keep directly influences our personal and our work lives. Poor social support can lead to depression, loneliness, alcohol dependency, suicidal thoughts, and altered brain functions. It's proven that people who have strong emotional and social supports live longer than those who don't. Find your accountability buddy. They're not only your biggest cheerleaders, but they're the ones that will be honest with you and not just say what they think you want to hear. Recruiting a friend or a partner to help keep you motivated is a great idea, and to that end, here are 15 reasons why we believe you should have a mentor. Number 9. Make your goals doable tasks and assign achievement rewards. One of the main reasons that people lose focus and motivation is they set this massive goal for themselves, and then they flake out because the task looks enormous. But by breaking down the big tasks into smaller, manageable ones, you'll remain focused and not lose your motivation. As the saying goes, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Once you've completed your tasks, reward yourself for the hard work. Something as small as a sweet treat is enough, and when you've managed to accomplish a bigger task at hand, you can reward yourself with something bigger. An incentive really goes a long way in keeping you motivated. Number 10. Give yourself your undivided attention. What makes the perfect working environment for you? Give yourself the luxury of having a workspace or area that fits you perfectly, even if it means splurging a little bit. This is your space, your creative zone. You're not going to feel inspired if you've got shit lying all over the place, a meaningless picture hanging on the wall, and an Eat, Pray, Love photo frame on your desk. Once you've done this and you're in your space working, turn off all distractions. Do whatever it takes to not be interrupted, and instead of taking 5 hours to complete a task, you'll finish it in 3. Once you're in the zone, stay there and keep going until you're done. And still coming up, how to be the motivator you wished you had growing up. Number 11. Make deadlines your new boss. Deadlines are great motivators. Whether they're set by you or by someone you're working for, you know you have a limited time allowance to get the job done, so you just do it. Again, like mentioned, reward yourself when you manage to complete a task. As American businessman Harvey Mackay puts it, deadlines aren't bad. They help you organize your time. They help you set priorities. They make you get going when you might not feel like it. Number 12. Acknowledge that shit happens and plan to handle it. Hey Luxers, shit happens, it's inevitable, and how we deal with it makes the world of difference. So acknowledge that waning motivation will happen and that things will go wrong. This is not defeatist thinking. On the contrary, it's almost inevitable that at some point along the way, whether because of temporary setbacks or sheer exhaustion, you will need a little boost. When that happens, I think of what others have endured to reach their targets and quash even the beginning of a pity party. I invoke the most hardcore endurance models I can think of: friends fighting serious diseases and Holocaust survivors. Winston Churchill is particularly inspirational on this front. After London endured 57 consecutive bombings by the Germans during World War II in the Blitzkrieg, he was invited to address a group of students. In that speech, he uttered his immortal line, "Never, ever, 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 ever give up." Number 13. Keep life sweet by harnessing the positive. Have fun. Staying motivated doesn't mean you can't have fun anymore. Sure, you're trying to achieve something big, but have fun along the way. Be optimistic, believe in yourself, even when others might not. Let your optimism dominate your thinking. Picture yourself when you were young. What kind of person were you looking up to? I'm sure it was someone who not only worked hard, but remained positive even when there were setbacks. Become that role model for other people and youngsters. Show them you can laugh at your mistakes, that you see the positive side of everything, and that when things go wrong, you can say, "It," and move on. Which leads us to our next point at number 14. Acknowledge that failure is a regular stop on the roadmap to success. Things will go wrong, Aluxers, but if you're mentally prepared that changes will occur, you'll be able to deal with them more efficiently. Failures lead to success. They build strength and resilience. They show what will and won't work, and they allow space for creative thinking. Of course, mistakes and failures can be costly, but it's all par for the course. Thomas Edison put it perfectly. He said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Number 15. Build a business around your passion. Aluxers, whatever avenue you choose to go into, make sure you love it. It's so challenging to remain motivated in a job that just doesn't make you happy. It's not fair to yourself, and it's not fair to your employer. It's also not fair to your colleagues because you're not giving it your all, and it's not fair to the person who could be in that position who is passionate and motivated. Make the decision to do what makes you happy, and once you're doing that, you'll realize how much easier it is to stay motivated. And with that, Aluxers, we're at the end. How do you remain focused and motivated? We welcome your tips and feedback in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for daily notifications from us at Alux. And for sticking with us until the end and being a true Aluxer, here's the bonus we owe you: some solid advice to ensure you stay motivated. Write a list of why you want to accomplish your goal. You need to be grounded with your goal so you're not easily distracted from it and forget why you even started. Write the list down in ink on paper, not typed out, as studies confirm that our brain engages more with the written letters as opposed to typed. Place it in a visible place and be sure to refer back to it often. When you find yourself going off course, bring yourself back to the why you started in the first place. We hope this video motivated you, and remember, Aluxers, when you lose motivation, just come right back here to alux.com. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxers. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question on our website, alux.com. Thank you for being an Aluxer, and we'll see you back tomorrow.